Picture this. It's New Year's Eve, and you've identified your New Year's resolutions. The usual 2025 will be the year when I finally make a change flashes through your mind. According to Forbes, 60% of Americans made New Year's resolutions to save more money, eat healthier, or exercise more this year. Unfortunately, Forbes says that only 6% of these resolutions last a year. Maybe that's because large and unattainable New Year's resolutions aren't the way to go. Instead, we should build small, sustainable goals over short periods and follow through using self-discipline, the strongest form of self-love, rejecting instant gratification in favor of delayed gratification. Today, I will share with you why mastering the art of self-discipline by building one successful habit a month is the best way to achieve our daily, weekly, and eventually our lifelong goals. Over the last 3 months, I embarked on a journey of self-discipline. Nearing the end of January, I thought, why don't I take a risk and make one simple yet meaningful change to my life every month during 2025? The key focus is months. You don't have to achieve all your goals simultaneously. Instead, slowly but surely build up towards them. Approaching self-discipline in terms of months allows you to hone in on a specific aspect of your goal. It makes it easier to track progress. At first glance, this might not seem too difficult, but after doing it for 3 months, I realized it was a great challenge that required me to start building self-discipline. During February, I dedicated myself to optimizing my health and cutting out all artificial sugars from my diet. I devoted myself to productivity in March and woke up at 6 a.m. daily. In April, I committed myself to my faith, praying with my rosary for 15 minutes every night before bed. Since I first started this journey, I have made one key realization. There is no doubt that self-discipline is challenging, but it's the strongest form of self-love. I can attest to this, as there were days when I didn't want to wake up at 6 a.m., but continued to do so, because I love myself and know that applying the art of self-discipline is the only way I can be the best version of myself. Through its application, you will achieve your goals for today, tomorrow, and the distant future. What are you waiting for? As we learned earlier, only 6% of people's New Year's resolutions last an entire year. But why is this the case? This is attributed to what the NIH refers to as the false hope syndrome, when overconfidence leads to setting unrealistic and unattainable goals, usually resulting in discouragement and eventual failure. The problem with New Year's resolutions is that they are not sustainable and rely on motivation rather than discipline. This is what we see with the false hope syndrome. We are filled with motivation heading into a new year and want to set various lofty goals and build great habits, but then everything goes crashing down. And before you know it, it's New Year's Eve again, and you're in the same spot that you were in the year before. There will be moments of adversity in your journey of self-discipline. Discipline isn't perfect. There will always be bumpy roads in all the challenges that we face. I know this because there were days when I ate artificial sugar or didn't wake up at 6 a.m. However, instead of giving up in that moment, use it as fuel for the rest of your journey. The biggest challenge I've faced since I started my journey of self-discipline is staying consistent. I've realized that it's okay to make mistakes and fall during my journey, but we shouldn't fall on our backs. Instead, push forward. On our journeys of self-discipline, we are destined to mess up. But like the great Greek philosopher Epictetus said, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. An actionable step you can put in place today is setting a small, yet significant goal for every month of the year. I call this the discipline calendar. Here's the rest of my year mapped out regarding self-discipline. It's just as simple as saying, I want to get in better shape, so this month I'll run a mile daily. We see the same concept with religions around the world in practices like Lent, Ramadan, or Passover. Where giving something up over a short period of time brings you more in touch with your faith, building self-discipline in the process. This could range from a health-related goal to a language you've wanted to learn but haven't been committed to doing so. Nonetheless, the final yet most challenging part of mastering the art of self-discipline is building the habits that will help you accomplish the overachieving goals you've set. I call these sustainable habits. Habits that might seem small, but at the same time can be just the kickstart you need to become the disciplined person you strive to be. It's not easy to build sustainable habits and master the art of self-discipline. I, for one, have struggled with staying consistent throughout this journey. But as I said, self-discipline is the most potent form of self-love. Master the art of self-discipline by building one successful habit a month and choose delayed gratification in favor of instant gratification. Now, I ask you, What successful habit will you build for the rest of April? It only takes one day, 1 month to change your life. Thank you.